Alright. Why isn't it showing up now? Why aren't you picking up? Come on, stop floundering. Okay. There, so I'm just going to assume for the moment that everything is working exactly as it should, because the first 5 minutes of this has been absolute garbage. Okay. So, without further ado, greetings everyone! This took a really long time to set up, good lord. Okay. So I am Solar Modus, and welcome one and all to Mass Effect 1. So I have decided that I am going to record myself doing Mass Effect 1, at least a little bit here and there. There is a lot of side questing here and there that I'm not entirely sure that I'm going to show. And no, this isn't in some sort of preparation for Andromeda. No, that's definitely not. I don't even have Andromeda. Well, maybe. Gah, no, I don't. And maybe this is some kind of preparation for it in the future, but I definitely don't have it right now. So in the very least, I'm just going to start going through Mass Effect 1, because I never got to do Mass Effect 3, and I've always really wanted to do so, and to do it the way I want to, I'm going to go through all 3 games to do it. So I'm going to try and remain consistent here. I'm going to try to stay consistent with my audio, because I don't always feel like talking. So without further ado, let's get to this. Start career. So Mass Effect 1 is quite a lot different from a lot of the other Mass Effects. So connect database. Got this neat little system here. So I've done Mass Effect 1 before. I've done a full playthrough of it, so I know a lot of what is up. Unfortunately, the way I've got my headset right now, I can't really hear. I can't hear the game, but it was the only way that I could get my voice to work, so I think it was a worthy Stravik Shepard. Yes, definitely. Okay, I'm just assuming that is an A because the little Twitch bar is covering that up. Okay, then, preparing to send. Connection established. So, I don't know yet if I'm going to show all the side quests. A lot of this stuff is real boring. So, data corruption. Oh no! Because there's just a lot of tedious things that you have to do in Mass Effect 1, and I'll probably be saying this repeatedly, but there are a lot of things done better in Mass Effect 2 versus number 1. I feel like almost every single aspect of the game was improved in number 2. So, okay. So we got 3 different histories. Just from a point of reference, I don't think the 3 of these really matter very much outside of Mass Effect 1, nor do they really matter so much in the game at all. There's a couple things that they affect, but it's really kind of more for lore, so it's whatever you want. I'm going to stick true to the original build that I made a while back, and I'm going to be a spacer, where essentially, as you can tell by the description, you live on spaceships. So I'll be a spacer, and like a lot of people, I'm going to be the good guy, and I'm just going to choose War Hero, where earlier in your military career, you found yourself facing an overwhelming enemy force. You risked your own life to save your fellow soldiers and defeat the enemy despite the impossible odds. Your bravery and heroism have earned you medals and recognition from the Alliance fleet. Alright, War Hero. And then also as a pretty standard Shepard, I'm also going to do a Soldier, which is, you know, pretty self-explanatory. You can use all weapon types because Mass Effect 1 is a little wonky compared to perhaps some other RPG space-type games, yes, where if you don't choose the Soldier, you can't really use all the other weapons. They're untrained, and I'll get into what a lot of that does. So, just rolling over what all these classes do, you have the Soldier, which is pretty much all combat-based. You can use every weapon, you can use heavy armor, and you have a set of skills specific to him, basically meant to deal damage and tank damage. So, that's pretty much the Soldier. You're going to be primarily focusing on guns, armor, or whatnot. So then you got the Engineer, who is more about kind of turning the tide of combat and manipulating it a little bit. He can use pistols, but his main thing is that he can use his Omnitool there to do a whole bunch of things to the enemy. He can only wear light armor though, so he's a little weak in the physical department. You can upgrade him to have high shields, and there's a lot of neat abilities that come with the Engineer. And then you've got the Biotic, which I consider to be the coolest and possibly the most fun, but I've never tried a Biotic, where essentially you have superpowers, pretty much. You can do things such as you can throw people in the air, you can put a barrier around yourself to tank massive damage. The Biotic is easily the weakest in terms of physicality. He can't really build up, or they, I should say, they can't really build up shields or high health, so you're primarily a damage dealer. And well, I think, yeah, you can receive training with pistols. That's the only weapon you can, except for one stipulation. So these three core, he is all combat, all tech, and all biotic. And these next three are a combination of either. You've got Infiltrator, which is a mix of combat and engineering. As you can see, he specializes in pistols and sniper rifles. You've got the Sentinel, which is a mix between tech and biotic. And then you've got Vanguard, which is a mix between combat and biotic. I don't like any of these mixes. It's kind of a case of where you might as well just go for an all-out, because neither of the mixes are strong enough to really justify their own field. So then we got this. This is not something that's typical. Mass Effect 1 is different from a lot of other games I've played before, where the achievements you collect actually do something to change gameplay. And specifically, when you use an ability up to 75 times for the majority of your classes, excluding the Soldier, Soldier's a little different, you can unlock what's called bonus talents, where you can take a skill from a class that's not your own and essentially use it on one that is. So these are all engineering skills. Yeah, these are all ones that you could only use if you are an engineer. So, but I can put them on my Soldier, even though I'm not an engineer build, nor will I have an Omnitool to use. So, because a certain squad member, because you can have up to 2 squad members in the game, will be using both electronics and decryption, even though there's a really good abilities, I'm going to choose dampening, because I just want to make sure I'm kind of stronger in an area where my team is weak, and I'll get into what dampening is later. And then I do not change the appearance of Shepard, because at least in Mass Effect 1, pretty much any use of the face builder will just result in a horrifying creation. Most of the time I've seen custom creations not look all that great. It's just the editor. So, alright, so we'll just see here. Stravik Shepard, yep. Spacer, War Hero, Soldier, yep. Looks pretty good. Alright, let's get to it. I'll shut up a moment here. Okay, one last thing I'm going to do though. I'm going to be playing this game on hardcore because I'm still wrapping up some of the achievements for this game. And I was doing, I guess you could say, a practice run with the Engineer on normal. And yeah, it kind of was a little too easy. I do find that I like hardcore. So I can't do Insanity yet. I think that's the next difficulty, because you need to do hardcore to do Sanity, and to unlock hardcore you got to beat the game at least once. So auto level up, we don't want to mess with any of that. Yep, we want subtitles, target assist, sure. Yep, all talents, and autosave. Alright, looks like we're good to go. I will shut up for the moment here to let the cutscenes do the work.
Well, what about Shepard? He's a spacer, lived aboard starships most of his life.
Military service runs in the family. Both his parents were in the Navy.
He proved himself during the Blitz. Held off enemy forces on the ground until reinforcements arrived.
He's the only reason Elysium is still standing.
We can't question his courage.
Humanity needs a hero, and Shepard's the best we've got.
I'll make the call.
Dun dun dun.
The Arcturus Prime relay is in range. Initiating transmission sequence. We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot. Acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit. Board is green.
So handsome.
Approach run has begun. Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1. Thrusters, check. Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment. So you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead. So that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board.
You are being
I'm
paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund
Thank
this
you,
project.
Gaiden.
They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
I agree.
They don't send Spectres on shakedown runs.
So there's more going on here than the captain's letting on.
Joker.
I declare.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance Brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
He sounds angry. Something must have gone wrong with the mission.
Captain always sounds like that when he's talking to me.
Can't
I wonder
possibly
why.
imagine why.
Yeah. Wow, Caden, we think a lot alike. Alright, so... guess we'll just oh. Alright, so we got some tutorials going on here. I don't need them too much. I know pretty much what's up.
The captain's waiting for you in the comm room.
Yeah,
You
can't
probably
really do a whole lot. Ugh. Jeez, I have a burp coming on. Alright, so here is... Oh. Adams. Can you even talk to Adams? I guess. Alright, so here's the Normandy. Welcome to it, everybody. I'm sure to get used to it. You're gonna be here a lot. So yeah, this is essentially, I guess, a sub-hub, because there's kind of what I would call two hub worlds in this game. Depends on which one you really prefer. I mean, you're going to be using both. Careful, Natash. One moment. Okay. Alright, just had to change that. Alright, just had my cat jump into my lap. Alright, just gotta make sure things are okay.
I grew up on Eden Prime, Dog.
Aw.
It's not the kind of place Spectres visit. There's something Nihilus...
Aw, I heard Natasha get into the recording. That's adorable. Hi, Natasha. Okay, alright, with that over.
Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can do whatever they want.
Yes, hi there. Okay, let's talk to Presley. How you doing?
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
Sounds like you don't trust our Turian guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a